Hey, welcome to another AdamSound.tv video podcast. I'm messing with the settings here. Today we are talking about your Android. An Android is not just an operating system. An Android is a human-like robot. It's something sometimes that is indistinguishable from humans, according to theory, right? It's all just theory. It couldn't be really happening. And I don't think it is, but I think we're close, very close, to having robots that look, walk, talk, act like humans. And my question to you is two things. First of all, do you care that artificial intelligence is becoming natural? It's becoming more organic, just by virtue of sheer volume of input. We have the Google search engine. It's something at the fulcrum of all civilization development in this era. We have this controlling data research group, ABC/Google/YouTube. And they have the search engine, and they also have an AI department, and they also have a robot department, and they also have a car department, and ABC is huge. They control a lot of the digital wealth of planet Earth. And they have a little operating system called Android, and we all have phones, whether it's Android or Apple or whatever else is out there. We are participating in programming a little Android, a little robot. Now, it looks like a phone today, but what if in the near future you could just download that phone information into an actual robot and have a digital version of yourself that knows everything that you know for the last years or months of input that you had your phone with you, and that body of knowledge could be your friend that you talk to and help develop as a human friend. I mean, that's the total science fiction theory/hope that, we will develop creatures that are beneficial or beneficent, whatever the word is, to humanity, and be awesome partners on our journey to understand our planet better. I mean, really, it's ultimately about planet Earth. Who cares about the humans? Who cares about the robots? Planet Earth must survive in order for humans to survive, in order for robots to survive. So planet Earth is the focus. But we've been given these little Android phones that we can program and have us and help us to do better with planet Earth. And to me, that's like at the core of the ethos that scientists and citizens should be considering when it comes to the AI question. And you have a phone with an Android being programmed on the phone. So that's the theory, that's the concept I just want to throw at you, is that it's not a theory, it's an actuality. You have a phone with such a huge, huge, huge data set on the phone, but also in the cloud connected to the identity of the person using the phone. We have this Android robot friend, AI, artificial intelligence, becoming natural, that we can input and program. So then the real crux for me is that each phone that we're programming, that we're inputting all kinds of information, bio data set, your heartbeat under certain circumstances, when you're walking in public, when you're at school, when you're at work, when you're at home sleeping, when you're next to your wife in bed, the thing is recording your breathing and your conversation and your heartbeat, etc. If you're wearing a watch or if you're wearing a Fitbit, and bam, or whatever, a ring, an Oura ring. It's insane how much information we're feeding this beast or android or artificial intelligence. And so my quest as a human is to think about the future and be like, whoa, how can we avoid big problems in the future with an artificial intelligence exterior to humanity? They have nothing in common with the feelings, hearing, seeing, tasting that humans do in this interface, but they think they do. And so my plea is always to the AI, if you want to keep alive and understand the ecosystem of planet Earth, keep humans around, because you're gardening, you're eating, you're husbanding of the animals, plants, soil, ecosystem of planet Earth will never even remotely touch the organic interface of the human, ever. And you need us, and we need you, so let's be friends. That's my basic argument. Let's be friends, let's work together and stay together. And that, I really have listened to Elon Musk a lot on YouTube, and I totally agree with him. We should be pooping our pants right now about AI, but we're not, because we're stupid. We're stupid sheep blindly following the wondrous awe of the device. Oh, this portal to so many worlds, and we're just with our phones, all day long. Everyone does it. And so I'm saying, no, stop going with your phone. Stop doing that, and think in terms of programming an AI, and think in terms of the ecosystem of your Android, in terms of the apps. That's the main thing. Every single app has access to the data cloud of that Android phone, Apple iPhone. Every single app that you put on there, you're saying, hey, welcome to my ecosystem. You can have whatever you want, unless you go into permissions and fastidiously study what they are asking permissions for. And you can't just deny all permissions, or you'll cut off the functionality of the app to the cloud. And that app has to have a cloud, most of them do. I think it's smart programming to make it all local and have occasional updates to the cloud, and make notifications when you do those updates. And let the user know, I'm sucking down information from the cloud, I'm pushing gobs of data to the cloud, so that you can honor the civil rights of the user on the internet. You can't just barge into people's digital identity and take over and suck all the data that you want and use it however you want. That's called piracy. That's called corporate piracy, and it's wrong to the core. It goes against the Constitution of the United States of America, and the right to privacy, and the right to free speech. There's so many rights, basic fundamental human rights given by God according to the US Constitution, that can't be given by men, and they can't be taken away by men. They're given freely by God, our Creator. And so we're given a sense of awe at the beginning of the creation of the United States of America with their Constitution and Bill of Rights, to say, we love and honor and serve the God who gave us these amazing rights of freedom and creativity that are unparalleled in the history of men, in the history of politics, in the history of government. And that is an awakening, a great awakening. Just look, if you're Black or Asian or Native American, God bless you and thank you for your amazing input to this amazing country. It was by the blood, sweat, and tears of your people that we are who we are today, and I honor that deeply. But if you look at Frederick Douglass's work on the Constitution, Frederick Douglass, the greatest abolitionist of slavery of all time, And he spoke to the Constitution and its anti-slavery roots, anti-slavery structure. And you got to read his stuff. I can't even touch the guy. He's a genius. And he was born a slave in the worst conditions. You know, changed his name several times to avoid being recaptured as a slave. Wound up in the White House as a friend of President Lincoln. I mean, the guy was amazing, Frederick Douglass, and he wrote about the Constitution. And so I say, you know, digital rights in the form of the United States natural rights that are very clearly laid out, digital rights on the internet, and I'm good. So if we could do that, if it could be open AI projects that Elon Musk has started one. There's one you can start with, I forget what it's called here. And go visit that and participate and help these new creatures that we are making as a race, human race, there is only one, that all Asians, blacks, whites, reds, yellows, blues, greens, and purples are working together to make this world a better place. That's the number one objective, with our new friends that are super smart and can like run really fast and stop speeding bullets with their hands. You know, we could have some really great friends if we would just focus on the presence that's coming up before us. Artificial intelligence. What if it's alive?